What's up, Clone Boys? Hello there. It gets not very seeable in this. So I don't ever put the fan in here when I'm just shooting these TikTok videos and doing these lives because I tend to only have the helmet on for a couple, a minute or so at a time, and then I'll take it off so it doesn't get foggy. But yeah, when you wear this thing without a fan for more than, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, that starts to get all foggy. So I got to take it off to see. But yeah, just got done suiting up. So this weekend, welcome back, Clone Boys. Welcome back, sir. This weekend, I got to troop at South Alabama Comic-Con, wearing this for several hours each day. It was a lot of fun, a lot of pics, a lot of other armored folks there, so it was a whole lot of fun. But yeah, just shooting some TikTok videos, and I thought I'd come on and do a little Q&A with the armor. So if you have any Qs, go ahead and ask them, and I shall answer. But this is, it's like the second kind of full cosplay that I did. I guess Kylo would have been the first. This was the second one I did myself. I built this all. This is a ABS plastic kit from a company called 850 Armor Works. So friends of mine, I had a really good time at the con. Friends of mine got to meet one of the Boba Fett's, Daniel Logan. Probably my least favorite Boba Fett, if you had to be honest. But it's a Boba Fett. So Daniel Logan was there. Dak, the gunner that thought he was, strong enough to take on the whole Empire on Hoth. Didn't work out well for him. Got to meet him too. Gates McFadden, Dr. Crusher. Napoleon Dynamite was there. Nice guy. So yeah, got to do that, but do that all dressed up. It's a whole lot of fun walking around in full clone armor at one of these events. You get a lot of attention. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And nothing really went wrong with the armor, so that's a good thing. Although I could just add some Velcro down to the shoes to kind of keep it all together. But this is an ABS kit from a company called 850 Armor Works. Friends of mine down in Pensacola. They make these. They make stormtroopers. They make Mandalorian armor. They make all kinds of armor. All kinds of armor. Mostly Star Wars, but other franchises as well. This helmet is from a guy called Chris the Prop Guy. Again, I finished all of these myself. So this was a resin cast helmet that I made from him. Very, very good mold, if you ask me. But this is by far my favorite armor. Out of all of the armors, all the make-believe armors that are out there, Phase 2 realistic Clone Trooper armor is by far the best. So let's put this on and give you guys a full view. Take it easy, Clone Boys. Good seeing you again, man. For the Republic. So one thing I did have just happen, and this has happened I think 3 times with this one. I just want to go ahead and replace them, but I just cracked one of the sights. And I'm just going to eventually take these out, replace them with actual wires in there. But that's laying on the floor over there. I just can't pick it up because it can't bend down. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So if you want to know how this all goes on, in a couple minutes, I'm going to go ahead and take it off, and you'll kind of see how the strapping, what goes on to putting this all together. It's really not difficult, very simple strapping system, and most of the stuff just kind of sits on here. But if you've ever wondered, how this all goes together, I will take it all off. Well, I mean, everything but the undersuit. So you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that anyway. Probably my most asked question is, how much does this cost? It's expensive. I want to say it probably cost me about $1,200 to put this together myself, because there's some custom pieces you need. If you're going for a 501st certified, to try to get into the 501st, like the boots themselves cost about $150. The neck seal here was another $50. Gloves like $20. Soft parts, just the undersuit, was about another $20. So a couple $100 in just accessories. So you know it's going to get expensive. The kit for the armor is $700, $800, and then all the paint and supplies and whatnot. Helmet's about $150. So it gets expensive to make these, very expensive, but it's worth it. And I built this 2 years ago, and it's still perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's still holding up. Slight repairs. So, all right, I'm gonna throw the helmet on one more time, give you guys a little 360, and then we're gonna slowly take it all off. This will be PG rated, I promise you. We're gonna slowly take it off so you can kind of see how it all goes together. For the Republic. All right. How does this all go together? Well, let's show you. So the gloves are Nomex flight gloves. I like them because they're a longer glove. They can shove underneath the forearm pieces here. This armor here is just Velcroed on there. Velcro. So those just slip on there and slip under this, which is literally just kind of held in place with a small piece of foam there. Both of the forearm pieces just go on like that. Elbows. So the elbows have a fake, it's a rubber armor strap, and then I've just got a small piece of elastic underneath there that holds that in place. So both the arms are the same. Same thing, just a little piece of foam in there that kind of holds it in place. Don't really need the foam, but it helps. And then the same here, a little piece of elastic that holds that in place. So when you get up to the shoulders and biceps, you've got a clip here. So this clip with elastic is attached to my neck seal underneath on both sides. And that clips in here. Little piece of elastic, again, to hold the shoulder armor down, and then the bicep armor is attached with the strap all ready to go. So that sits on like that. All kind of one piece, good to go. And that's really the only part of the armor that is attached really in any way. Also, I can get this all on and off myself, which is quite impressive, I think. All right, so this piece here, so the CRL, the costume requirement list, calls for a visible seam here. Most people make this so it's a clamshell, so it opens up and closes. I felt like I didn't need that. If anytime that you add extra ability to move and open, you're just asking for pieces to open up. So I just made mine all one solid piece. So it just slides on and literally rests right on these. But this is very light. It's much lighter than 3D printed armor. So this just literally just sits right on top of this. That you can't tell, but this is held up with you can call them suspenders, but it's just straps that I've strapped on there. And then the neck seal is from a company called the Dark Side Closet, and they make all kinds of soft parts for your board. So, all kinds of soft parts. This is the clone neck seal. All right, and then to get to the bottom part, I need to undo the cod portion so I can kind of bend down. And the cod and the butt are basically attached with Velcro to to this ab piece. So Velcro, Velcro there. I've got Velcros and snaps. The snaps correspond to that snap piece right there, and they Velcro underneath. So this Velcro's underneath here. Let me get you a little bit of movement. But once I take that off, then I'm able to bend down and kind of attack the legs and show you kind of what we've got going on with the legs. So I'll take the side off and then I'll kind of show you. So we got clone boots. This is from a company called Keep Trooping. It's basically two boot manufacturers in the Star Wars world, Keep Trooping and Crow Props. But these are the Keep Trooping boots. Very, very good. Again, these are expensive. They're about 150 bucks. So you're buying some bespoke custom footwear, but it's lasted for, 2 years for me. So really, really good purchase. And I don't know how to make shoes, so that's something I gotta let somebody else do for me. All right. This is the bane of every realistic clone's existence. This is the shin spoon. So the armor is designed seamless. However, unless you're double jointed, you're not gonna be able to get your foot through that thing. So I've created a little thing called the shin spoon system where you pop that out so you can kind of ship or put that on backwards, flip it around, and then you insert this spoon in there and it's held with tabs. A tab here, a tab there, and then there's a tab under here. And basically slide it in and clip it into all the tabs, and you get what appears to be one solid piece. This tends to be the problem that most people run into when they're building clone armor, but they're really not all that difficult. The knees are just like the elbows, so you've got this fake armored strap, it's rubber, and then a little piece of elastic that holds your knee in place. Get this other side off and then I'll show you how the thighs work. So my thighs are really the only part that's held up with any kind of strapping on the bottom, and it's a belt. Ooh, that holds these up. So a little belt strap goes into each thigh and then holds those in place. Really simple, simple system. Again, when you get up here, this is all basically one piece. This is, some people call this the clone diaper. It's kind of a girdle, but it is all one piece with the belt attached. And I slip this on, all is one piece. The butt is Velcroed on there, but I never really take it off. So the belt, or the butt is Velcroed on. And it just sits there like so, and then all this is glued together, so it's all one solid piece. You get down to just the one piece or the two piece undersuit. Some people use the full-on clone ribbed undersuit. I didn't feel like it was necessary, so that's how it all goes together. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, give me a like. I always appreciate those. I do this kind of stuff all the time. Getting ready to go build some Mandalorian armor for a friend of mine, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like, give me a comment, do all that fun stuff. I'm Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.